Who am I without my work? This is the question that I have been asking myself over the last several months after it has become very clear that on a slow and steady decline, or rather maybe fast, AI has pretty much completely abolished my writing business of over 16 years. The scariest part, I didn't just lose my business, I feel like I'm losing who I am. Because I've always been a very driven person professionally. And I was one of the very few people in the world who could say that they actually loved what they did. I still love what I do. I still love writing, which is why I will never stop writing books. However, writing for clients has steadily declined and steeply until the point where I've pretty much gone to zero. But this isn't just about me. This is about how so many of us build our identities around our work, our title, our level of success. So, what happens when all of that gets stripped away? Who are we? What is our worth if we don't have it anymore with our work? This is a very serious question that I firmly believe I'm not the only one that's going through right now, which is why I'm here. If you're going through something similar or you have something that you want to share, please do so in the comments below because I also want to feel that I'm not alone. My business striking content gave me so much pleasure for over 16 years as I had the ability to connect deeply with clients and help them write when they felt that they couldn't, either for a lack of time, a lack of expertise, English as a second language, whatever the reason was. I helped them bring their stories to life in so many different ways and so many different mediums because they felt unable to. And that gave me tremendous pleasure. There's something to be said about the written word having an impact on someone as they read it. That's what makes me tick. That's what drives me. And so, as I have witnessed this steadily and steeply go to zero, it's a wake up call. It's a huge blow to my back. That's how it feels. It feels like a backstab because something that I built on my own and grew to a great level of success is now completely gone. And AI is shifting markets all over the world already. And there's only more of this to come. And this is just the beginning. And as AI starts to change and shape different markets, more and more people are going to be in the position that I'm in right now. I believe that. And again, that's why I'm sitting here right now and coming raw and truthful and honest, because I want to be a part of that movement going forward. How, as human beings who've lost our jobs to AI, how are we going to reinvent ourselves? How are we going to figure out our next great move that's going to satisfy us, that's going to keep us pushing forward? How are we going to deal with all the fear and self-doubt and questioning nonstop everything that we're dealing with right now? As AI comes in and more of bots and robots and technology continues to advance at such a rapid pace, our world is going to look very different. What about us? It's still going to come back to the human beings at some point. Every human being is still going to crave connection with other human beings because that's how we're built. So how are we going to reinvent ourselves? How are we going to push forward? What are we going to do? And how are we going to push through this blockade? You know, it's not just about mourning your job. It's about mourning who you were in that job and what that job meant to you. It's so much more. Work is such a huge part of our lives, and we make it part of our identity, you know, the successful business owner. When we attach ourselves to that, then what happens when it's all gone? Do we lose who we really are? Do we have no more self-worth? Of course, that's not true, but that's what it feels like. And that's what I'm going through as I realize how much of my own self-worth and feelings of purpose I attached to my business. So now that that's gone, I am sitting here trying to figure things out and dig deep into my life, who I am, what matters to me, what my priorities are, what are my values, what kind of person am I, How do I want to show up? What do I want to do? What's the impact that I want to make in this next phase? And I don't have any answers yet. I'm sitting here telling you that I'm figuring it out. And that comes with shame, confusion, a fear of judgment, level of fear just in general, fear to try new things. Overwhelm is a big one because as I look at any new idea I have for this next phase of my career, it's going to be a lot of work. But then I come back and I tell myself it's always a lot of work because anything great, anything that gives us that feeling of satisfaction and purpose is going to take a lot of hard work. Hard work doesn't scare me. I'm driven enough for hard work. What does scare me though is trying and failing and trying and failing and trying and failing. But then I go back to something I've really learned about myself, and this has become my daily mantra. You might as well try whatever comes to mind next, Katie, because you're never giving up. I know that about myself. I can't. Honestly, even if I wanted to give up, I can't. I'm incapable. So that has almost given me a sense of relief. And I hope you can find that within yourself also. This feeling of, I might as well try because the alternative, giving up, is impossible for me. It's not going to happen. So I might as well push and see where that goes. And that's where the rebuilding begins. And with that comes hope and action. So there's one thing that I've noticed about myself as I try new things. If I don't get immediate response and immediate satisfaction or a sense of feedback that says, yeah, you're on the right track. If I don't get that immediately, I very quickly give up. And that's of my own. And I'm trying to sit here now, and I've sort of reinvented my presence online lately to come forward and be truthful because I feel like this niche, this purpose, this raw reinvention that I'm trying to create online right now, this I'm going to show up for, and I'm not going to stop because I need it more than you need it. Me sitting here is for me. It's a cathartic process where I can get my thoughts out and be really, really brutally honest about what I'm going through. And I hope that helps me find an audience that might need this also. And so as I explore and create and test, trust me, I still feel lost most days. But I'm not, even though I don't have it all figured out, and even though I am still trying to figure things out, the most important thing is I'm showing up. And that's what I'm trying to tell myself every day in my head. Just keep showing up. Keep doing little things every day that you feel are getting you towards your next thing, your reinvention, the rebuilding process. And with that, I will rebuild my identity. I'll get myself back. I know she's not completely lost, but a big part of her was with that successful business. So now it's time to reframe that mental association. I have to reframe it. I'm still Katie. I'm still here. I'm still a writer. I've still got lots of gifts to give. I just need to put them in the right place moving forward. That's going to look different from where I was before. So if you feel the same way, if you find yourself in this position of, who am I without my business? Who am I without this work that I once did? You're still in there. Dig deep. Figure out what drives you. Figure out what you love. Figure out what you feel pulled towards, and figure out what you think about and what makes you feel open and excited. And take those as signals of where to move in this next phase of life. And believe every day that you can reinvent yourself. And that's what I'm telling myself too. I can do this. And why? Why can we do it? Because we're never going to give up.